You pick up a book on a completely new topic, let's say astronomy. Now, you have never heard of this before, so you start by reading the first few pages of this book. And you come across words like planets, stars, and galaxies, and they are so intriguing to you. So now you get curious and you keep reading and reading and reading. As you progress, you start connecting the dots. Now you know that stars are actually burning balls of gases and planets are orbiting around them. The more you learn, the more you understand. In some time, you might as well become an expert astronomer, understanding how the solar system works deeply and efficiently. And that is exactly how deep learning works. Hello everyone, I am Selena and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, we have been exploring the world of machine learning and breaking down the complex algorithms into bite-sized and easy to understand concepts. In my previous videos, I have covered the basics of machine learning algorithms like linear regression, k-means clustering, naive Bayes, and so on. Those videos were all about giving you an intuition to the foundational tools in the world of machine learning. If you haven't watched that playlist yet, then do go back and watch it. It will be beneficial for you before entering into this playlist. I have put the link of it in the description box below. Today, we are stepping up a level and into the world of deep learning. So, if machine learning is like teaching computers some basic skills, then deep learning is like taking them to grad school. And trust me, it is even cooler than it sounds. Just like all of our other videos, we will begin by asking one of the most crucial questions, and that is, why do we need deep learning in the first place? For this, let us rewind a bit and understand how traditional machine learning works. So for example, you want to train a computer to identify the difference between a cat and a dog. So in this case, that is traditional machine learning, you'll have to set the features yourself, or let's say manually. For example, look for pointy ears for cats and floppy ears for dogs, and check the kind of fur that they have. All of these can be the different features that you set manually. Basically, you do a lot of heavy lifting by figuring out what features are the most important. Now, this task is called feature engineering, and while it works for some smaller projects, it can become really complex as the data size increases and the project enlarges. This is exactly where deep learning comes in. Unlike traditional machine learning, deep learning does not require you to tell it what features to look for. It figures that out all by itself. We need deep learning because our data is growing in size and complexity, and traditional methods just aren't equipped to handle this complexity. Deep learning models are designed to handle large scale and complex data, like high resolution images, audio recordings, and even streams of video. Deep learning dives into the raw data, builds the patterns, and makes its own understanding. The idea of deep learning dates back to 1943 when McCulloch and Pitts introduced the artificial neural network that is based on how the human brain processes information. In 1958, Frank Rosenblatt introduced the perceptron, the first neural network model that was built to recognize patterns. However, these early AI models were limited by technology and struggled with complex tasks. And this led to a decline in interest after the 1970s, leading to what is called the AI winter. In the 1980s, researchers like Geoffrey Hinton and Yann LeCun revitalized the neural networks by discoveries like the backpropagation algorithm. But it wasn't until the 2010s, with more data and powerful GPUs, that deep learning really took off. In 2012, Geoffrey Hinton's team achieved a milestone in the ImageNet competition, where their deep learning model outperformed all machine learning algorithms. Thanks to all of these massive breakthroughs, deep learning has now transformed fields like computer vision, speech recognition, and so on. So let us now understand how it works. At the heart of deep learning, we have neural networks, which are inspired by how our brain works. Our brains have billions of neurons inside them that are interconnected and pass signals to each other one after the other. Now, neural networks also do something similar, but they do it with numbers instead of signals. A neural network has three main parts: the input layer, the hidden layers, and the output layer. The input layer is where the data goes in, like an image or a text. The hidden layers are the ones that do the thinking, that is, understanding the features and learning them. and the final layer is the output layer that gives the response. Each connection of the network contains a weight. This explains how important that connection is. At first, these weights are completely random, but as the data is trained on the model, these weights change, and at the end, we get a final model with the correct weights. This process of improving the accuracy of a model by adjusting its weights is called training. But how does a deep learning model work? Well, it uses this trick called backpropagation, which is just a fancy way of saying, let us fix our problems and try again. Think of it like adjusting basketball free throws. You take a shot, see if you miss, adjust your aim, and keep practicing until you get it right. A simple neural network might work for basic problems, but a deep learning neural network has multiple layers, and that is why it is called deep. More layers help the model understand more complex patterns. For example, the first layer might help it understand where the edges are. The second layer will help it figure out the different shapes, like the ears, the eyes, etc. And the final layers will help in understanding and recognizing the full object, like whether it is a cat or a dog. This is a very top level understanding of how a deep neural network model works. But all of the subtopics that are actually really crucial, like loss function, activation function, etc., will be discussed in the further videos. We will also be discussing about the different components of deep learning, like the layers, weights, and biases, hyperparameters, along with the different types of neural networks that are present. Although deep learning is super powerful, it comes with its challenges. The first and foremost challenge is large amounts of data. Now, these are very difficult to collect and super expensive. Second, it requires massive computational power. That means you need access to high performance GPUs or TPUs to train your models efficiently, something that not everyone has access to. Lastly, the model can suffer from overfitting, wherein the model memorizes the data instead of learning the patterns. Now that we have understood what deep learning is, how it is different from machine learning, and how it works, let us take a look at the three most popular use cases of deep learning where it is making the most powerful impact right now. First up is image recognition. Deep learning has revolutionized how computers understand and interpret images. For example, if you have ever uploaded a photo to Instagram and it automatically tagged your friends, that is deep learning in action. In industries like healthcare, deep learning helps doctors analyze CT scans, MRIs, and X-rays to detect diseases like cancer. Next, we have got natural language processing or NLP. It is the idea behind voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. It allows these systems to understand human languages, whether it is recognizing your speech, translating your languages, or even answering your questions. NLPs also powered chatbots, spam filters, and even email categorization. Lastly, let's talk about recommender systems. If you have used tools like Netflix, YouTube, or Amazon, you have probably seen them in action. These platforms use deep learning to suggest content like movies, videos, or even products. And all of these are based on your behavior and your preferences. So that's a wrap on our introduction to deep learning. But this is just the beginning. Deep learning is a very vast and exciting field. And in this playlist, we are going to dive deeper into its core concepts step by step. I hope you enjoyed this video and are excited to build a strong foundation in deep learning. And if so, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back next week with another exciting video. Till then, thank you for watching and keep learning.